Okay, today I'm going to try and keep it short and sweet for you and just go back to the basics here. Y equals mx plus b. If the slope m is a positive number, which I gave you an example of a problem like that right here, that's example. Y equals 3/5 x. That's a positive 3/5. If there's nothing in front of the number, it's a positive number. If that's the case, if your slope is positive, your line is going to go up like this. I actually graphed it correctly, but I'm not too concerned with that right now. I put the dot at 2, I went up 3 and over 5. Right down here, y equals a negative mx plus b. Now your slope is negative. Now your line is going down, and I gave you an example of a negative slope. Negative 1/2 x plus 1. Again, I graphed it correctly, but I'm not super concerned with that, at least not for today's lesson. You do have to know how to graph these correctly for the tests, but we'll get to that. We've already touched on it a little bit. For today, I just want you to focus on, is the graph going up or down? Because you're going to have both of those things happening in the same graph today. When you have both the line going up and down, there's not going to be one equation to describe that. So that's kind of good news. On these problems where the graph is going to go up and down, say something like this, then you don't have to worry about an equation. The equation goes out the window, so you don't have to worry about a bunch of numbers. So these problems are kind of easier. What you do have to worry about is where they change directions. So we'll say this is at 2, and this is at 3, and this is at 4, and this is at the end here, we'll say this is at 6. Because you could have questions, when you see a graph like this, you're going to have questions that ask you when or at what interval. A lot of times you'll see the word interval. An interval just means between what two spots? What interval of time? Between now and then. Between here and there. Okay? So if you see the word interval, they mean between where is the graph increasing or is the graph decreasing? Those are the two questions that you could potentially get. Yeah, that's better. Two questions that you could get for a problem like this is between what interval is the graph increasing? Between what interval is the graph decreasing? So let's do increasing first. Where is this graph increasing? Well, it's increasing from 0 to 2. So right off the bat, it's increasing. From here to here, it's going up. Increase just means where is the line going up. So the starting point right here, that's 0. That's your origin. That's 0 on the x-axis. It's also 0 on the y-axis. So you're looking at the x numbers when they're talking about intervals, because remember, x is time. And an interval is like, when did this happen? From when to when? So that's like a time frame. It could be months, years, seconds. I didn't put any units on these. We'll just call them minutes. So we'll say our x-axis is dealing in minutes. So when is this increasing? Well, from 0 to 2 minutes. That's not the only correct answer. It goes back down after that, but then it increases again right here. So where does that increase? You got to follow the start down and the finish down to your numbers, 3 and 4. So it increases from 3 to 4 again. So it increases from 0 to 2 and from 3 to 4. Okay, and now the other type of question you could have here would just be the same type of thing, but it'd be decreasing. If I can spell that right, which I probably can. Okay, when is this decreasing? Well, the first time the graph is going down is from here to here. So what interval is that? That starts at 2 and it ends at 3. So it's decreasing from 2 to 3. It also decreases here at the end, and that's from 4 all the way to 6. So it decreases again from 4 to 6. So there's two right answers for both of these. It's increasing here, and you label those as 0 to 2 and 3 to 4. And then there's two answers for decreasing. Here and here, that's from 2 to 3, 4 to 6. So that's what the problems in the do section is like today. Nice little 5-minute video for you. You're welcome. Have a good weekend.